Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to start having a look at all the new rules created for Spectre Operation Tarkov. It's assuming that you are already familiar with Spectre Operation. It's using the V2 rulebook as a base, and I've built on top of that some rules just to enhance a bit the gameplay and turn almost Spectre Operation into an RPG-like. So in this video we are going to have a look at the inventory system, all the cards, and how you can loot the world. So first off, let's actually start with the soldier board. The soldier board, there are a lot of really important things on it. I'm using the different tiers that you have natively inside Spectre, but I wanted to customize them a bit. For this supplement here, I will use PMC, Private Military Contractor, and for them I've used the professional tier. But for all the stats, I've rolled one die. I call that the not everyone born equal rule. I roll one die for each stat. On a 6 I added 1, and on a 1 I subtracted 1. It gives a bit more flavor to my soldier. This way I already knew that Archer here, he got a +1 in his shooting stat, so he's probably going to be my sniper. And here, Scarecrow, he also got a +1 on his defense, so that one might be my point man. So after the stat, here on the left we have the health system. We'll cover that in a dedicated video. Here on the right we have the ammunition. We'll also cover that in a dedicated video. Finally, on the side we have all the cards that you can equip on your soldier. So you can equip a backpack, a vest, an armor, a helmet, 2 weapons at a time, and here in the inventory slot it's everything, every card that you can place in your pocket, inside your bag or inside your vest. There are a lot of cards in Spectre Operation Tarkov. As you can see here, I have around 800 cards. They are divided in multiple decks. So let's have a look at them. So first of all, here we have the junk deck. The junk deck is basically useless item. But still, those items, you can keep them in your inventory, and after or before a mission, you can take those items and sell them to a trader. This will give you money that you can then spend to buy some better equipment. If you look at a card, like here, that measuring tape, there are 2 important information. At the top right corner of the screen you have the $1 here. That's the money you will receive when you sell that card to a trader. And below that you have the size it takes inside your inventory, and that's really important. If you look at the soldier board, here we have a 6. That's the default inventory of all your soldiers, as you can see also over here. That means that every soldier can have for up to 6 units of inventory inside his pocket by default. So for example here, Gator, he can have that measuring tape, he can also have that golden rooster that takes 4 slots of inventory, and also maybe that smoke grenade. So that's a total of 6. He can't place anything else inside his inventory for now. To increase the inventory, I can, for example, here equip that vest. That vest will give me another +6. I can even equip that backpack, for example, and that backpack will give me another 20. One thing to notice is that if I'm being shot in the torso, one item is randomly destroyed inside my vest or inside my backpack, if I have one of those. Let's now have a look at the other deck. Here we have the Therapist deck. Therapist deck, here you can find medical and food related items. The food related items are mostly useful for the solo and co-op campaign, but still you can take those items and sell them to a trader because they are still worth some money. The medical system, this will be covered in a dedicated video because there is a big revamp of the medical system for Spectre Operation Tarkov. Next deck is the fence deck. Here in this one you will be able to find grenades, so frag, impact, smoke, stun grenade. All those 6 decks here are divided in 3 tiers of quality. You have the high-end, the medium quality, and basically the low quality. And for each of the 2 decks, we have 1 deck for the equipment and 1 deck for the weapons. The equipments are all the green card that you can equip on your backpack, a vest, armor, helmet, etc. And the weapons are the 2 cards that you can place here on those slots. So let's have a look at, for example, the first tier of equipment, which is again the pretty low quality. So here we can find, for example, a basic Saiga compact. Not that great, especially because it doesn't have any accessory. We have a Mosin, we have a shotgun, a small shotgun, but that is really subject to malfunction. So as you can see here, like BMP5 could be great, but you have a pretty small magazine, so really that first deck is some pretty low quality gear. Same idea here with Skyer. We have some basic body armor, basic vest, a basic helmet, some vest that give you just a small amount of inventory space in addition to the default one. Then you have the medium quality. Medium quality will start to have some better weapon, like here this one start to have some accessory that will give you more chance when fighting. Same thing for the vest and equipment. Here that Azimuth chest rig give you already plus 20, which is a bit better. And finally here you have really the high-end equipment with better sniper rifle, silence weapon with more accessories. And same thing here for the equipment. We have some bigger backpack also. So now, all those decks are great, but how do you pick cards in this deck? Well, there is 3 different ways. First, when you kill enemies. In Spectre Operation Tarkov, there are 3 types of enemies. There are the Scavs, the Raider Scavs, and the PMC. It's respectively militia, train, and professional tier. Each of them will be tougher to fight. The most common enemy on the battlefield will be the Scav, and I will explain the rules to spawn Scav in a later video. When you kill one Scav, and when you interact with his body, you can find all the cards that you can find here on this card. So for example, when you kill a Scav and when you come to his body, you can find 1 weapon from the Prapor deck. So in that case, I will draw 1 card from Prapor. I can find ammunition, I will cover that in a dedicated video. I can find medical and provision, 1 D3 Skyer. So here I will take 1 die, roll it. Here I got a 4, so I found 2 cards from the Prapor deck, from the Therapist deck. So 2 medical items. After that we have the gear, 1 D2 Skyer, so again rolling the die, 2, so that's a 1 card from Skyer, which is a new body armor, and I found also 1 D3 junk. 1 D3 junk, that means here 2 junk cards. So here I just looted 1 enemy Scav, and I found all those cards on him. And now it's a game of placing the card and calculating a bit your inventory space. If it was Gator that was looting that dead Scav, Gator can equip right away that body armor, since right now it doesn't have anything equipped. Also right now Gator doesn't have any weapon, so maybe he can equip that weapon. Then he have 6 inventory, so he can just take some of those cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually he can place everything here inside his inventory. So that's great, it gives him a bit of medical equipment in case he's injured, and there is also some cool stuff that he can sell to a trader. And as you can see here, there are some better and worse cards in terms of junk. For example here, that spark plug doesn't worth a lot, but that Wi-Fi camera is way better. So if at some point he finds some new cards, he can just throw that one away, but this one, it should definitely keep it. So now, so that's for the Scav. The Raider Scav will give you better gear because you will draw cards from Jaeger and Ragman, which are the 2 cards, 2 decks in the middle. And finally, the PMC, which are the professional tier, will draw cards from Mechanic and Peacekeeper, which is the 2 high-end deck. So that's one way you can loot and gain more cards inside your inside Spectre Operation Tarkov. But another way to gain new cards is by looting the world. For example, here in the middle of my board I have Archer and Scarecrow. They are currently walking inside this area. In the movement phase, one of them, Archer, for example, can go up to that civilian vehicle to be able to loot it. And here Scarecrow will just stay on Overwatch. In the game, you can loot any kind of location that is subject to find something in the real world. And I've divided the different locations you can loot in 3 different styles. So here I have the civilian location, the police and military location, and the medical and food related location. So here, for example, if Archer come close to that vehicle, this is a civilian vehicle. So I will need to roll 2 dice. And this will give me what I found on that table. And actually, a 1 on the black dice and a 2 on the white dice give me nothing. Let's re-roll 1 time, and yeah, maybe this time we are more lucky. So I just looted that car, a 6 and a 1. Actually, it's a locate location. Okay, so let's take a 6 and a 4 just for the example. So here I just got a 6 and a 4. A 6 on the black dice, a 4 on the white dice will give me 2 junk. So 2 cards from the junk deck plus $3. $3, again, I can use that at a trader later. Also, all the locate location are, well, as it said, it's a locate location. So for example, that car could be locked. To open a locked location, I will need to have that key tool. The key tool is a really rare item that you can find in the junk deck. Looting the world, being an object or a scav, a dead body, is done during the combat phase, so it replaces the combat phase. Same as healing yourself. So it's something to remember when you are in the firefight, it might not be the best time to loot and try to find some supplies. So here we have some civilian location, like all the civilian vehicle. Inside that building, I know that I also have some civilian location, like that desk, or here we have some a closet. After that, we have the police and military location, so that could be those crates here, those military box. Here we have some military vehicle that we can loot. We have that UAZ military vehicle too. So that's the military location. And finally, the food and medical related location. Well, here we have an ambulance. It can be a fridge, it can be the inside of a restaurant. And at each time, you will take a look at those tables, you will roll 2 dice, and that will define what you find. So there is chance that you don't find anything, as you can see over here. There is chance you find something, and there is chance that location is locked and you will need the key to open it, and usually the locked location will give you better gear. And I think that's pretty much it for that first video to cover the inventory system. We talk about the soldier board, we talk about all the different cards. Hope you find that helpful. Next video we are going to talk about medical equipment, and the following one will probably be around ammunition. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and I will see you guys for the next one. Bye everyone!